Hi, all my friends out there. It's Miss Debbie again with NACOG Head Start for story time. I've chosen a book titled Little Critters Bedtime Storybook. It has a few different stories in it, so it has more than one story in it. The one I'm going to read you today is called The Bear Who Wouldn't Share. What do you think it is that the bear won't share? We're going to have to read the story to find out. And this book was written by Mercer Mayer. That's our author. He wrote the words for our story. Let's see what the bear won't share. This is my bear. I hope he would share. These are my friends too. They're going to listen to the story with us. Let me introduce you. This is Little Critter and his sister, Sister Critter. They're little animals. They're going to help us with the story. The Bear Who Wouldn't Share. Little sister was not sleepy. See, little sister? She doesn't look sleepy to me. What are you doing? Little Critter asked. Nothing, said little sister. Munch, munch. What does munch mean? Ooh, that's like when you have potato chips or cookies and you munch on them. Nothing, said little sister, munching. Wait, you're eating something. Give me a cookie, said little critter. No. Did you ever hear the story of the bear who wouldn't share? No. Then I'm going to tell it to you, little critter said. Once upon a time, Mr. Bear made pies and jams and all sorts of good things to eat and stored them in the back of his cave. You see, bears sleep all winter long, and he wanted to make sure there would be enough nice breakfast waiting for him when he woke up in the spring. Bears sleep all winter long. They hibernate. He ate dinner, put on his soft pajamas. I have on my soft pajamas. And crawled into bed, ready for a long winter's rest. But he hadn't dozed off for more than a month when he was awakened by a loud knocking on his door. Oh my goodness, there, huddled on the doorstep, was a little critter. See that little critter? See that little critter? There's the bear. The little critter said, "Please, Mr. Bear, would you let me come in? It has been the coldest winter ever, and I'm half frozen and half starved." That means he's really hungry. The bear thought it over. "You can come in if you'd like," he said, "but I'm just a poor bear and I have nothing to eat." "That's not true," little sister said. Little sister, she's saying, "That's not true." Oh my goodness. He has all those pies and other things he was saving. "I know," said little critter. "Just listen." The bear let the little critter sleep on the rug by the fireplace. Oh, look, isn't it all nice and warm? See him? Keep him by the fireplace. Then he crawled back into his own bed, but soon he was awakened by another banging on the door. There was a family of cold, hungry rabbits on his doorstep. Oh my goodness. "I will let you in to warm yourself," said the bear, "but I can't spare anything to eat." So the rabbit snuggled down into the washtub. Then the bear went back to sleep. "I didn't like that bear," said little sister. She's not, look at little sister. She's not liking the bear. I wonder why, as she reaches for another cookie. "He's pretty selfish," says little critter. Selfish, do you know what that means? That's when you don't share things. You're keeping it all to yourself. Before long, there was another banging on the door. this time there were all sorts of forest animals on the doorstep. Oh my goodness. Lots of them. Come in, Mr. Bear told them, but there's no food. Well, the cave was pretty crowded by this time, but everyone found a place to sleep. Then the bear nestled back into his bed. As he dropped off to sleep, he could hear the animals crying because they were so hungry. That night, the bear had a dream. He dreamed that his conscience came to visit. What is conscience? Asked little sister. Well, that's the part of you that tells you to be fair and do good things, explained little critter. Oh, said little sister. The conscience asked the bear how he could just lie there like a big lump of fur and let the other animals starve and be so hungry. The bear tried to stick up for himself. He said, if I feed them all, I won't have anything left in the spring. Then I will be hungry. Sweet dreams to you then, grumbled the conscience and disappeared. But his dreams weren't sweet, said little critter. They were about all of those hungry animals. Suddenly, the bear jumped out of bed. I just remembered, he said. I have a whole storeroom full of good things to eat. He threw open the storeroom door and told everyone to dig in. Then he went back to bed and he slept so soundly. Finally, spring came and the bear woke up. He rubbed his eyes and he looked around. No one was there. They had all gone back to their homes. He looked in the storeroom, but all that was left was one old wrinkled pie. The bear was terribly hungry, and he was wondering what he was going to do when he noticed a pile of letters that had been stuck under his door. He opened one and read it. It said, Dear Mr. Bear, thank you for sharing your delicious food this winter. When you wake up in the spring, you must come to my house for breakfast. Sincerely, the little critter who stayed in your cave. The bear opened the other letters, and each letter was more wonderful than the last. Someone even promised to bring a feast right to his cave. A feast is a lot of food. It's a really big amount of food. A big tear came to Mr. Bear's eye, and he thought, why, I have everything I could ever want this spring. I have food and friends. Here, said little sister, passing her brother the box of cookies. Hey, there's only one cookie left, said little critter. Well, that's because you told such a long story, said Sister Bear. Sister Critter and Little Bear. Now, when the bear was dreaming, what was his conscience trying to tell him he needed to share with the other animals? Did he share it? What was it he was going to share? I hope you like to share too. It made little critter happy when his sister shared the cookies. It made all those other animals so happy. And then when Mr. Bear woke up from hibernating, he still had lots of food because they shared theirs with him. I hope you enjoyed this bedtime story. I'm ready to go to sleep now. Thank you. See you again. Good night.